To keep yourself updated, subscribe to Indigo Learn and click the bell icon.
Now, let us go one step deeper. 1/1/2020 in our example is called as grant date. It's called as grant date. On grant date, what is happening? Employer is giving a letter to employee. What is that letter stating? That letter says, hey, I will give you 5,000 shares, it could be 5,000, 10,000, whatever, I am just giving an example. These many shares on 1/1/2023, if you pay me 10 rupees per share, if you continue working with us till that date, and even if the market price on that day is something else, doesn't matter, you will get the share only at 10 rupees per share. From our side, we will not change our word. Like this, employer is appreciating the service of employee and employer is saying, good job, from 1/1/2018 till date you have done a good job. Now it's not complete. If you put this kind of effort for 3 more years, we will give you shares. Like this, employer is giving a letter, right? Now this letter what is given is called grant letter. It's called as grant letter. Who is giving grant letter? Employer is giving grant letter to employee. Very good. Now this is very similar to the kind of things what we also see in our real life. Our parents tell us sometimes, say we have completed our 10th standard, we have come into the 11th standard, our parents tell us, hey, do well in your 11th and 12th standard. If you get this much percentage, then we will get your bike at the end of 12th standard, something like that. So, or we will get you a mobile at the end of your 12th standard or 11th standard, whatever. So something like that. It is that, oh, you completed your 10th class or 10th standard, you came into 11th, very good. It's not over. Put good work over 2 more years. Then you will get entitled to that particular mobile or bike or whatever. So friends, this is the grant. This is the grant what is happening. Very good. Just to view it in a slightly dramatic perspective. Today on 1/1/2020, the letter what employer gave to employee just has a thing that you will get 5,000 shares if you continue working for 3 more years, and if you pay 10 rupees per share on that day, which is at your option, you will get those 5,000 shares. That's what is written. Today, are those 5,000 shares active? No, they are not active. Those 5,000 shares are not active. So it is something like, today it is a dead paper. Today it is a dead paper. Is it going to be permanently dead? No, it is inactive now, but when will it get life? Once you come to 1/1/2023, this paper will get life, correct? So you have to wait for 3 years, then this paper will get life. Okay, very good. This 3 years period is called as grant period. No, this 3 years period, this is one of the common mistakes I keep hearing from students. It's not called as grant period. Grant is already given on 1/1/2020. This 3 years period is called as vesting period. What is it called? Vesting period. The meaning of vesting period is wait. It is like a waiting period. So this 3 years is called as vesting period, and if the employee has completed these 3 years, then this dead paper or inactive paper will suddenly get life. Understood? So if the employee completes this vesting period, then that paper will get life. Then another point, we spoke about 5,000 shares. So remember friends, in employee stock options, the number of shares that are being granted have to be prescribed, have to be given. And what is other point given? The employee will get share at 10 rupees. It could be 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever. That value will also be fixed at the grant date as to, okay, look, this is the basis on which we will fix up the value. So it could be like some fixed amount. You will pay 10 rupees per share, 20 rupees per share, like this you can agree upon. Or another way in which it can be agreed upon is, well, on 1/1/2023, whatever is the market price, 20% of market price you will pay, half of market price you will pay. Like this, employer and employee can agree upon those terms and conditions. But whatever it is, in our example, I said 10 rupees per share has to be paid by employee. That 10 rupees per share that employee has to pay in 2023 is called as exercise price. Exercise price means what? If the employee wants to get those shares, employee has to pay some money. The money that employee has to pay, what we agree upon, is called as exercise price. And friends, when will the employee really buy? Imagine the value what employee has to pay is 10 rupees. Now you came to 1/1/2023. On that day, market price of share is 7 rupees. Imagine, market price of share is 7 rupees. Now if you show this paper, you can get it 10 rupees. If you don't show the paper and go into market and stand, you will get it 7 rupees. Will you show this paper and pay 10 rupees? Nobody is an idiot here, right? So employees will not exercise that option because that option is not favorable. So that is why I am using that word option, option. Employees will use that option only if it is favorable to them. If it is not favorable, ignore, that's all. So friends, the important point is this. If the market price of share is 25 rupees, but exercise price is only 10 rupees, employee says, oh wonderful, on 1/1/2023, just by paying 10 rupees, I am getting something which is worth 25. Probably employee may give the 10 rupees and get those shares, right? So that's the point. Fine. So you understood the meaning of grant, you understood the meaning of grant date, you understood the meaning of vesting period. Now, after the vesting period is completed on 1/1/2023, I said suddenly this paper will get life. It means that option got vested. That option got vested. You have to understand these words. These words are important. So on 1/1/2023, that option gets vested. Very good. Option got vested. Now what? After the option gets vested, from that day, there will be a period. There will be a period. Say from 1/1/2023, we would have agreed upon maybe 1 year, something like that. We would have agreed upon 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. For that much period only, this paper which got life will have life. Meaning, it is not that, oh, we got this, we will exercise this whenever we want in life. No. From 1/1/2023, there will be something called as exercise period. Exercise period meaning employee got entitled to those shares, options got life, but there is certain period within which that should be exercised. There is certain period within which that should be exercised. So that is what we mean by exercise period. I am repeating, friends, what is the meaning of exercise period? The options which were granted on 1/1/2020 became active or got life on 1/1/2023. Excellent. The ones which got active or which got life on 1/1/2023, now there is a time within which employee should take decision. I will pay 10 rupees and get those shares, or I will not pay anything, allow that option to go. So that decision has to be taken by employee. Within how much time should that decision be taken? That period within which the decision should be taken by employee after the options get vested is called as exercise period. So let us say in our example, 1 year is the exercise period. When I say 1 year is the exercise period, from 1/1/2023 count 1 year. So that will be up to 31st December 2023. So on or before that day, the employee should have taken a decision and exercised the option. If the employee has not exercised the option, what will happen? The option will die down, meaning a dormant paper, an inactive paper got life on 1/1/2023. That life is not permanent. No one's life is permanent, right? So that life is only for that 1 year period, the exercise period. So within that exercise period, employee has to take a decision either to get those shares or let that option die down, because at the end of exercise period that option will die down. So these are the important terminologies what you need to understand with respect to this chapter.